What's up, manga fans? It's Raphael from C Manga, and welcome back to another review of Hajime no Ippo. This week's chapter 1073, Before the Return. And I have to say, I enjoyed this chapter. It was very much a different change of pace. It feels like the manga's been, I'd say, rebooted, and if this is the way Morikawa was going to take, I'd say, the rest of the story, I pray he carries on. It's such a nice change of pace, and it was just a breath of fresh air. Ippo's character development in this chapter was brilliant. I mean, it was kind of long awaited, but it finally happened, and I don't care. I want him to keep this kind of mentality. It's like he's finally growing up in a way, and he's starting to think, for himself. So yeah, I really did enjoy this. It was funny because I like how the chapter still had that typical Ippo comedy. I mean, Omaiza-kan is basically, still helping out with the fishing boat as he usually does, and apparently he says he does that anytime Itagaki and Ippo have a match. So, that guy's really kind to come and do that. So, what made me laugh was we have Itagaki, Aoki, and Kamura sleeping, and Omaiza-kan come to wake them up for breakfast. And Aoki's cuddling Komura from behind, spooning him, and he's dreaming about Tomiko, and he's saying "I love you" in French. And then after, the dog Wampo barks, and then they wake up, and then he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And they're fighting, and Igaki's underneath getting crushed. That slapstick, that typical violent comedy that we see in Ippo was there. So it was nice to do that. It kind of lightened the mood after all the depression and everything. But that was short-lived because it basically went, it became somber after that, and the mood, became more serious. And Aoki and Komura actually stayed all night with Ippo because, they're good with dealing with losses, stuff that Itagaki hope he never has to deal with as much as they do. But they were saying this time was different because, Ippo was beaten around by a number 2 in the world. So they're saying accidents can happen at any time. So they're really such bros, like good friends that can stay around all night and just watch out for him. But Omaiza-kan was bringing up the issue of what was Ippo going to do now. Is he going to give up? But he was reassured straight away. Ippo, which we saw last chapter, said he'll go there again one day and he wants to get stronger. So that pleased him because obviously he doesn't want to see his friend just completely fall off of boxing this way. Obviously he wants to see him retire under his own terms, which is hopefully in the not in the near future. So what made me laugh was Itagaki obviously felt outcast by this. He had a match as well, he had a Japanese title match. No one seems to give a damn. He's trying to draw the attention on the match when they're Aoki Mura just complete arseholes. I know it was kind of true, but they was like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we forgot about your match. I mean, it ended so quickly, we completely forgot about it." It's like, you didn't get hurt that much. And he's like, "Yeah, okay, don't mind me." And then he just goes back to sulking. But it was kind of, I feel like they should have focused on Itagaki a bit. I mean, it was a title match. He did lose quite badly, but I guess the focus right now is more for Ippo. So they move on to Ippo's now, and apparently he's gone off to do road work, but really he just wanted to walk and sort his thoughts out. But they realized that the time he's gone out is around the same time that Takamura does road work, so that cannot be good if they cross paths, because he's gonna end up doing these loser kind of mocking, which they were obviously concerned about. So we actually see Ippo now, and instead of walking like he said he was going to do, he attempted to run, but he can't do anything at all. He's holding these ribs, and he said his body is still wrecked and in pain, his head's still spinning, and obviously Kamagaya would freaking chew him out if he knew about this. But thinking of Kamagaya made him apologize mentally, saying he was remembering bits and pieces of what happened before. And this is when Ippo starts to grow a bit, and he's starting to realize what was wrong well before the match actually started. He remembers in the interview he said he wants to see how effective his boxing is at, how effective his boxing is, his training and experiences at world level. He remembers when his punches finally connected, and he's like, yeah, my boxing works at world level. And this is where the major character growth starts to begin. He's like, I'm realizing why I've lost so easy now. And it's like, because all I've ever wanted to do from from the beginning, well before this match started, was to show how effective my boxing was. And it's like, I wasn't determined enough, I didn't have the drive, and that's why I lost. Alfredo saw that in me. He saw straight through me before the match started. That's why he said don't expect much of him. Sendo saw it when he fought him. Takamura saw it when he made Sendo fight. He knew Ippo was getting weaker. Mashable saw it and called him out on it, saying, that's not something a boxer should say who's going after the world title. You want to come back safe. No, you should be thinking, I don't care if I come back with one leg missing, I want to win that belt. That's the kind of mentality Ippo was lacking, and he even said that to himself. I didn't have any of that. All I was thinking about was seeing how good I could do. It was the same kind of mistake he did with the Date fight, which he brings up, and he tells himself, it's like, I'm not supposed to train to see how well I can do. I need to train to win. I need the desire. I need, the passion, the hunger. I need to spend my time better thinking, yes, I'm gonna go into this match, I'm gonna win. And he said, I did the complete opposite. I spent all my time up to the fight thinking about how well I can do instead of I want to win. I done it the wrong way. And he, as I said, he even elaborates going back to Date fight, and he says, I haven't learned anything from the Date match. Nothing's changed. I made the same mistake again. You can see him pounding his fist. I've made the same mistake again, and I'm so frustrated. I feel pathetic. I hate this feeling. I don't want to lose again. And this is when I was grinning. I was like, please, Ippo, stay like this. Don't go back to being humble and I'd say feeble. I want you to be that hungry boxer who's like, yes, I'm going into this match. I want to win. I want to be the best. I want to be standing on top of the world. This is we're starting to see this in Ippo now. That kind of hunger, that I wouldn't say bloodlust, but a similar kind of lust, the lust to win. He needs that. And yeah, it's somewhat is the same mistake he made at the end of the Date fight. The only thing I'd allow him a bit and say can't really blame him, because that was like 4 to 6 years ago, so kind of not something you're gonna remember straight away. But it was important. Ippo's not letting himself get off with this, and he's being hard on himself, but also bringing himself up at the same time. He needs to sort out his mistakes. So yeah, I really hope that sticks and Morikawa changes Ippo, not just physically. I want these boxing styles definitely to change, but mentally, like this is the Ippo we need to see. So the chapter comes to a close. The guys have arrived, thinking they've arrived on time to prevent Ippo meeting Takamura, but unfortunately Takamura arrived on time, and he's like, what's up, Ippo? So the look on his face did not look pleased. I'm wondering how he's feeling right now. Is he still peed? Is he gonna shoot Ippo out, or is he gonna give him a talk? Well, how's it gonna be? I want to see what's gonna happen. I could imagine he might say, all of you are disgraced, all of you lost, you insulted the Kamagaya Jin, you made Kamagaya literally look pathetic and upset. I don't want to see that again. You lot need to fix up. And you probably say to Ippo, like, guts and courage isn't gonna help you make it in the world. You need to improve, you need to get better. So I'm just hoping, obviously, it's constructive and it's not just gonna be a straight like rip out. But Takamura's never been that kind of guy. He always worries about his Kohai. He knew from time that Ippo might lose this, and obviously when he made Sendo spar with him, that was kind of him confirming that. So even though he's harsh, I think he's going to be constructive. I don't think he's just going to chew out Ippo and get all stroppy. I think he's going to be harsh but fair to make Ippo obviously improve. If anything, Ippo kind of was similar to David Eagle, the reason why Takamura beat him as well. That David Eagle wanted to have a fair fight and challenge someone strong. Takamura was there to win, and David Eagle lost because of that, because he didn't have the drive or the strive to win until it was too late, same as Ippo. So the only thing I can hope now is Ippo is out of that crap now, and he just wants to win and make it big. He wants to be the best boxer he can be, and maybe we'll see a new training camp, see Ippo fighting some lower ranked lower world rankers to improve his his technique, his experience, everything, and definitely get rid of that suicide in boxing style. I want to see that bit getting improved. Obviously you can keep the same boxing style, but just not this head rush, blocking with your face. He needs to start thinking smart and start acting smart when he boxes, for his own sake as well and his life. and that's all I can say about this chapter. It was brilliant. It's a nice little change of pace. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next, and I just hope from now on Hajime no Ippo will be like this, because it's looking really good. So that's the usual, guys. You know what to say, or do leave the comments down there. Let me know what you think about this. Also, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this and you want to check out more, subscribe for more content. And I'll speak to you guys next week.